Okay, this is on the Judkins job. This is a second level system. So if you come up the stairs, we're placing this. Our new unit will sit inside a drain pan and the return air. So right there, we're from the furnace 3.5 inches to that wall. Otherwise, we're going to be 1 inch from this wall, which you may have to cock this, turn this T a little bit, because this is 24 and our duct's 24, but I made our duct 1 inch shorter, so it'll fit there, because our filter box will go into it anyway. So our duct will sit on an 8-inch base. You're going to put an angle under, so we have 2 inches, so we can get our filter out of the drain pan. And duct usually shows it's a 25-inch piece. Our humidifier is going to go on piece number 3, and then piece number 4 will bring you 1/2 inch above the ceiling, so it'll be at the top of the wood, will be the top of this fitting, and this will just fit right down in it. Same with this. Top of this fitting should be the top of the wood, and then so 20 by 25 filter box, no vanes, and then from here up is 1 inch liner with bubble wrap on the outside as per lengths. So this one, I'm going back 10 inches because there's a stud here, and this duct above, right now it's 12-inch flex, but we're upgrading it to a 16-inch flex. So I'm giving you 2 16-inch collars and a couple 90s and some 16-inch flex. Then this other flex, give you an end cap, and it can just come right off the top of the end cap with a 12-inch 90 and hook to the existing 12-inch return that goes to the master bedroom. Otherwise, let's go to the next page. So this is the right side view of the 90 on top of the supply, right where it comes through, and then this is the top view after that 90. So I almost screwed up and made them both the same 90, but so that's number 4, that's number 404, because that's a flat 90, that's a side 90. Anyway, so that, and then that piece of duct, and then a transition to go to the existing size of duct. So I just drew these where they are now originally. Lance would like them not on the 90s. He'd like them all over here if we can. And we're going to replace whatever flex is exposed on top of the insulation. So that one is just 5 feet, but if we move it over here, you know, it's going to be a little more. But anyway, so I'll give you some 8-inch pipe and some 7-inch pipe and 6-inch pipe for couplings, and some flex for that. And just put takeoffs where in place of them when you tap back in. So this one, 8-inch top takeoff, we're adding another one to the master bedroom. So the attic access is right here. I'll just go up here while I have it open. Okay, so that's your return. So that's why I offset it, so you can get a 16-inch round down here and then a 12-inch round up the top, or vice versa. But our supply comes up the other side, comes down 90s over here, and comes this way. So I have a cut line right before this run right here. There's a seam, and I wrote cut on top of the insulation, but you can see the duck butter. They duck buttered on top of the liner for some reason. It's right there is where your cut line is. But your Lance just wanted to replace all the, shrink that, all the flex that's above before it goes into there. So, you know, it's like 15 feet, 15 feet, 25 feet, you know, and then everything else is shorter. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, so so that 8-inch supply we're adding to the master, just gonna come 8-inch top takeoff, 8-inch flex, and then a sidewall over here. A 4x14 by 8 straight boot. Let me show you that. So, and it's going to go over this entertainment center. You know, I'd get as far from the return as you can, but, you know, I'm guessing it'll probably go like right there or something. But I'll give you a double two-way thing for that. Maybe while you're up here, see if you can tighten that grill up. Okay. What else? Okay, combustion air. We're going to cap this 6-inch, so I'd take it apart in the attic and cap it. I'll make you a couple 12x12 flat metal, so you can seal that. And I'm also making some angle, and giving you some foam so you can seal the attic everywhere. But the flue, so I got Lance's okay to just keep the 4-inch through the top, so you may have to cut it on the roof. But we're going to put a 3-inch concentric through, and then I just made a little rain guard to put on top of the concentric, and he okayed that, so we won't have to replace the flashing and everything. So put 2-inch PVC to a 2-inch concentric. So just so you know, your humidifier is going to be right here, so you want to bring these over as soon as you can. To give you room to put your humidifier on, you know. Okay. So gas. So like I said, you may have to turn this 90 just a little bit so the duct doesn't hit it, so you can turn that off. But from the caulk, you're going to add a 2T4 cap, flex, 290 12-inch into the furnace. AC, you saw that on the other video. You're going to flush a 7/8 line I'm ordering you 6 feet of 7/8 Rubatex, a new big pad on top of the cement. Reuse the existing disconnect, and the existing 30 amp breaker is okay on this one. Drain. So I measured it, and our drain, the bottom of our drain of our P-trap on the furnace will be right here. So we can go back into this existing drain without a pump. Otherwise, we're going to put on a coil and a drain pan safety switch. Thermostat, prestige thermostat. Power, reuse box and switch. It doesn't have a cover, so I'll order you a cover for that. Humidifier. We are putting on the 700 as well up here, because Lance has those, so there is 600 written somewhere, ignore that one. So seal outlet cracks with the foam. Otherwise, just replace the insulation as per scope on the flex. Oh, and so this is 1-inch liner, but then Lance has, we're adding bubble wrap here, so I'll make sure you have bubble wrap as well. Thanks.